Gentlemen, this is the Beretta 92G Elite from Langdon Tactical. Today, we're gonna go over. Now, of course, before we go over the Beretta 92G Elite from Langdon Tactical, we have to thank the sponsors of this video. Of course, the power of space, time, and magic, I have transported to Texas to tell you about this video's sponsor, Americana Pipe Dream Apparel, a group of fantastic Zoomers doing military surplus things. So a big thank you to those guys for sponsoring the channel. Don't let your mil-surp costumes be dreams. Go show them some love. So big thanks to Americana Pipe Dream Apparel. And of course, thank you to AAC, America's Ammunition Company, for providing the ammo for this video. It really does help out a lot, so big thank you to those guys. They are what we call in the business as mega-based. Thanks, AAC. Gentlemen, I know you're on the toilet and you're watching this, drinking your coffee, consuming your beer. Make sure you go ahead and do me a solid. Like and subscribe, but most importantly, I want to comment. I don't care about the subscribe, I don't care about the like. I love reading those comments. Those comments are a sacrifice to the algorithm god, a god of which who enjoys your user interaction. Apparently that's how social media works. So a big thank you for leaving a decently thoughtful comment. Usually they're pretty good. I love you guys very much, so thank you very much. All right, back to the Beretta. Now, diving into the gun itself, I like it, I love it, I want more of it. It speaks to my Italian heritage in a way that I didn't know that I would need. Guys, I've always been a big Glock guy, okay? So getting outside the Glock, cult was a little bit scary for me, a little bit concerning. I got a little frightened. But it had to be done because I'm a YouTube dancing monkey, and that's what YouTube dancing monkeys do. But it is, of course, dangerous to review these guns alone. So, Micah, get over here.
They didn't know I was there the whole time.
They had no idea. With the magic of YouTube and a little bit of a camera, we can do incredible things.
I was there the whole
Micah,
time.
Could you do me a solid? Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Micah.
I need a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. I do videography and editing for Grantham.
Who's Grantham? Cut! Now that was good acting, guys. All right, so do you have any experience with the LTT Beretta?
You're Grantham.
Wait a second. We are.
I have one of these.
Do you really have one of these?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it.
Dude, this thing really grew on me.
The one thing you need to do is add ports.
Ooh. Yeah, it's got no ports on top. I could see myself.
I have something
really
in my eye. Oh my God. Hold on.
Yeah, get it out.
Jesus. I was gonna either awkwardly continue to blink for the rest of the video or just confront it. Yeah, no, I have one of these.
So you got one of these bad boys?
I got one of these. I sent it to Blackbeard's Customs for his sunken ship package. He did the ports. The ports were from Landers. Yep. And the gun rocks. In fact, it's probably one of my most favorite guns that I own.
So this thing, I got it, and I got the P30L from Langdon. I ran that for a bit. Yeah. I have a video on it. It should pop up somewhere around here. Now, I really like that gun, and I was like, ooh, I like this more than my Glock 17. I'm a big Glock 17 guy.
It do be rocking. I'm a Glock 17 guy.
Then I got this guy, and I was like, ooh, I like this more than the P30L, and it's become like my new favorite, essentially, handgun.
Yeah, and I also like the 80s cop vibes.
Dude, oh man.
Like the
Die Hard, the Die Hard vibes,
really does get me.
Lethal Weapon vibes. The Berettas, man, there's something sex appeal about the Beretta.
Yeah, something about an optic on the Beretta. Because you just never see optics on Berettas.
Well,
you grew up just seeing, Beretta.
Yeah, well, here's what this is. This is a culmination and a combination of not old, but retro tech meeting modern tech. And that's why I think I like it so much, because Berettas, they're that more retro vibe,
Oh, 1000%, yeah. But you're used to seeing really beat up, used, well-worn Berettas. Yeah. So when you see this, it really triggers something in what you would say your monkey brain.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the ergonomics, the way it feels in my hands, everything about it so far.
The way it aims.
Yeah.
You just present it and it's like dot, dot, dot.
Yep. It's nice with the SRO on here, nice big window, so you're not trying to fight for that small little RMR window. Yeah. So,
have you told them how like when you rack it, like this weird buttery smooth? It's almost like it's like when you rack an AR-15, sometimes it's like you feel that grind.
The crunch.
This is like, it almost feels like I don't even know how to explain it. Like plastic. Like
ASMR time. This thing is a treat. Yeah. I really do enjoy this bad boy. Everything about the gun so far I like. There's a few things I, of course, don't like, such as the weight. And that's just, you can't really hold it against it too much, but it's just a matter of fact. The gun has a lot of mass. So when you're carrying it around, when you have it in your pants, it's going to fatigue you, technically speaking. I know guys may say, hey, just carry your gun. Don't be a little punk ass. So if you live in a hot environment like I do, a heavy gun during 100, 120 degree weather, how does that sound to you?
Not good.
It's gonna.
The weather alone doesn't sound good.
Right, no, it doesn't, but it's just a matter of fact. My brother in Christ, you're going to cook in the real life sauna. It is a very uncomfortable thing to have on you for a long time, so the weight does kind of suck. Another thing is, logistically speaking, about holsters. Now,
That's my biggest thing. Yep, go, take it away.
Biggest thing is going to be there's not a lot of support for holsters, especially with the RMR Cut Surefire X300. There are a lot of Blackhawk holsters from the old military days when this thing was a military weapon, but it's only for pretty much iron sights and no weapon light.
What holster do you use?
Right now I'm rocking the just a T-Rex arm sidecar holster.
They make one for this?
They do actually, yeah.
They didn't when I was looking for holsters for mine. The only one was either the Filster, which was like just it only secures with the X300, but it's a universal holster, or A&R.
I don't have any spare change. There were 2 mice. They both fell into a bucket of milk. One mouse drowned. The other mouse kept swimming and turned that bucket of milk into butter. And that mouse was wearing Administrative Results merch. I kind of gave myself goosebumps. That was pretty good.
You asked me if there's anything I want to say about the Beretta, specifically the Langdon Beretta. Do we keep walking? Do we stop walking? Do we keep walking?
Let's keep walking.
Okay, so kind of if you've shot a Beretta, almost erase everything you know about the Beretta.
Right.
Because the Langdon Beretta is almost an entirely new firearm. The trigger is so ridiculously, absurdly good and crisp and smooth. Savio, get in here. Show them the reset.
How does that feel telling the camera to come closer?
It feels a little bossy.
Feels a little, now do you see why we like it so much?
Yeah, it's a little powerful.
Yeah, Savio, get in here. Get over here.
Show them the reset. Show them the reset.
All right. Yeah. Oh, I got it. Now check this reset out. Yeah, ASMR it. Dude.
So, you're used to like, a Beretta works, but this
It's nuts, man.
really works.
It ruins other Berettas you'll pick up.
Yeah, so I have a buddy who like had to qualify with a Beretta in the military.
Yeah.
The Beretta probably had like 40,000 rounds on it or whatever.
As the
and
government
he
does.
hates Berettas. He's like, dude, it's the worst gun ever. I couldn't, it jammed, it sucks, everybody hated it.
Yeah.
And then he shot my Langdon, he's like, that's not even a Beretta.
I love Beretta.
That doesn't count. It's not a Beretta.
Absolutely, I agree. I think any of the other Berettas I've touched and then touching the Langdon Beretta, it's a whole different beast, man. Those things are really nice. Anything that Langdon does with handguns now, I'm going to be honest, I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, I've only tried the P30L, I've only tried the LTT, so I haven't gone too crazy into their arsenal, but they, of course, have an excellent reputation, so I think they crushed it with this. So I've been carrying it during these past few winter months, and that's not too bad.
Full size.
It's a full-size gun. Everything on it's how I've been carrying it.
Almost.
Yeah, I mean, you got that Surefire going past it. We actually have a Glock 34. I want to compare the gun in the size, too. There I was, knee-deep in a... How good does it feel to hold 2 guns like that?
Really good. Yeah. Really good, like Resident Evil.
Yeah, you look cool. You look you didn't look as cool with one, now you look way cooler. Okay, now, so this is going to be, Savio, the cameraman's Glock 34. Let's compare and contrast it to the LTT, the overall size. Now, this is the Beretta 92G model. Yeah, look at that size comparison. I believe if you go off that basis, then the Beretta looks longer than the Glock 34. Now,
But that's because it's a big girl.
It's a big girl. Now, the amount of gun in your pants now is going to be a little different, I think. So
It's not fair. This little dovetail adds a little bit.
that dovetail is going to add some height, but it's still kind of like the overall signature, right?
Yeah,
So,
you're right.
yeah. She's big, man. She's
Yeah.
she's a chonky Italian lady.
Yeah.
A big old Italian mama. There is this one thing that I like about it. It has the GabaGool factor. It has the Italian stallion lore. Me being a little bit Italian in there, I like those Italian guns, man. The Italians actually make good weapons. And then Langdon comes along and even adds to that platform. They, of course, had to work around the issue of getting the RMR to sit onto the Beretta slide, which took some good engineering on their part.
How many rounds you got on this?
I would say easily a couple thousand. So Micah just asked a great question. How many rounds do I have on the gun? So I essentially got the gun out of the package. I didn't clean her, and I haven't cleaned her since getting her. I lubed her up once. That was because we flew with the gun, and it got a little dry in there. And so I figured, you know, let's just give her a better chance. We'll throw some lube on. No cleaning. I easily have over 2,000 rounds on her, I want to say. So yeah, I've been shooting a lot, but it's not like a necessarily I'm going to burn down the barrel type review. This is a quick glance and look at it.
That's a lot of rounds. Most people would consider that high round count.
Right, but I mean, I'm talking to the cameraman of a guy who shoots like 50,000 rounds through a gun. He's like, okay, so this is now what we do.
Yeah, it's like 5,000 rounds a week.
Yeah,
at least.
You might want to get your lead levels checked, my man.
Yeah, we don't want to.
No,
it's better just not know.
I don't want to know either. One thing I really love about the gun, the manual of arms. So we have the double action, single action, and you of course saw that. The double action isn't awesome as far as a first shot goes. My fear when it comes to double action guns and my love of them is I love it when they're pointed at my manhood. When I'm still carrying a gun and I know it's double action for whatever reason, I feel
decocking it is nice.
Yeah, that feels good, man. I've carried a Glock for years, and it's been pointed at my manhood for hours and hours and hours, and there's never that comfy feeling of like, oh yeah, this will be fine. Like, it's weird. I know it's okay, and I know if it goes,
it's your junk.
It's everything that defines me as who I am.
You want it.
I need that to pass on my DNA code. Having a little bit extra safety in that measure always feels a little bit nicer. Now, as far as getting it out, getting on the gun on target on first round, if a threat was close to me, I could see myself like, okay, you're already dumping in, and that second shot is going to be that crispy, wonderful little trigger pull, that single action.
Have you ever trained like just up 2 round drills, like where it's decocked and then you see your impacts? Do you always like shoot straight for the junk and then shoot straight for the head?
I don't do that. I usually go in like center mass because I'm so focused on getting that.
For me, that double action. I always pull and then correct.
Well, yeah, if you're going fast,
I gotta just shoot more.
You might just want to shoot more. Yeah. So here, hold the mic.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. That was extremely rude of me to not.
No. That's why I brought you on to be the mic holder. Yeah. I was playing with the idea. A target was far away with a handgun, taking the time to quickly rack it back for a single action shot.
I'd rather do that.
Yeah, like if I'm thinking, 25 plus yards away and I have to make a critical shot on a bad guy.
Yeah.
What's to stop me from doing that real quick? Because
I've never been in a stressful situation, but I'd almost assume that I wouldn't really be thinking about it.
Well, in a law enforcement setting, at least my personal experience, I could foresee a threat sometimes, not all the time, where you would need to deploy your handgun really quick. You'd already have it out in a high stress situation. Yeah. So if it's a law enforcement setting, you're going to have more time because they operate in a wiggle room of like, okay, we're going to pull out our gun for a lethal threat. Like that's the information they're working off of. Yeah. In a civilian setting, it's going to happen very fast. Very where it's quick, like pull it out.
I would prep it. Yeah.
If it's a far shot,
I would prep it. Yeah, absolutely, I would prep it.
Now, as far as military stuff goes, of course, they don't use them anymore. So I don't know what they did back in the day, but I would think I would prep it.
Yeah, I mean that gun. On when the trigger is prepped, 100-yard shots are very possible and easy.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
especially if this is your ride or die and you've been training with this gun, you go to courses with this gun. Yeah. I mean, it all comes down to training, and it's going to amplify in your skill set already, right? The double action is something to work around. I mean, up close, not really an issue. Pushing it out in a stressful situation, yeah, you're probably running some issues.
Yeah.
Go to hell, Ron Jeremy. Do you feel like you're in a Windows screensaver right now?
No.
This doesn't make you feel like you're not in a Windows.
Oh, this is Windows XP.
Yeah, this is the photo.
This is Windows. The sound right now, ready?
Yeah. So in closing, I think that the Beretta has one cool thing, and it has this main character factor. It's one of those guns, right? P30L gave me the vibe. This gun gave me the vibe where it's like, when you pull this gun out, you feel ready to handle a threat. It gives you
the man.
Confidence.
You are the man.
You are the man.
Yeah.
Like, I feel good when I have this gun in my hand. And I'm like clearing and going through dry fire drills, maybe clearing my house. I'm like, let's practice clearing the house real quick. And I pull this bad boy out.
Dude. And you know what it does? It doesn't really, but to you it does. It goes like...
Yeah, it does.
It's like a nice light
sword. Yeah, it's like, dude, I have
it's that gun.
Power. I feel like I'm like Han Solo. I'm like the Mandalorian, dude.
I'm gonna say it. It's cooler than a staccato. It's cooler than a what are those called nowadays? 2011s. It's cooler than a 2011.
You're gonna offend a lot of people, and I kind of like that about you. That's impressive. Well, gentlemen, this is a hard, dirty little look at the Langdon Tactical Beretta 92G Elite model. This bad boy, I like her a lot. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little bit simping for her. I'm not trying to shill for Langdon. I think they're crushing the game, though. There's no debating that. This gun was a joy to shoot. I shot it a lot. I carried it every day for a while. I'm probably going to keep carrying it, honestly.
Dude, yeah. I really don't think Langdon would put anything bad out ever.
No,
I'm just kidding.
it's another one where they crushed it. Of course, a bunch of other guys, a bunch of other YouTubers have done even better in-depth reviews, so go watch their stuff if you want to get even a better picture on the gun. I'm just, of course, giving you my thoughts and opinions, which that's just what it is.
Mike and I combined probably have over 10K, probably, that's underselling. We probably have over 15K combined rounds on our Langdons.
Then give them your thoughts and opinions.
It rocks. I can't say anything bad about
Cool
it,
gun.
really.
Now, so I will also say, as we're wrapping this bad boy up, the cost itself, it honestly isn't that bad for what you're getting compared to like Staccatos.
No, for real.
Or 2011s. If you want the really nice trigger for what you get, it's actually a good price point. I can't remember. I want to say they're around 1,400.
They're sub 2.
So for that price point that they're sitting at, that's a really good handgun, I would say.
Yeah, considering like the cheapest Staccato is almost $2,000.
Yeah.
Can I say this? Like, it's more reliable.
Honestly,
Is that true? I don't want to say bad things about Staccato, but
no, it's, I mean, technically speaking, for longevity, Beretta has what you would say a longer track record.
One of the longest serving military handguns like ever, is
Don't
it
get me
not?
wrong, there's Staccato.
Since 1911.
Staccato has been used recently by a lot of, law enforcement, military guys, I'm sure. So time will tell, but yeah, I think it might be onto something.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, this was a quick, dirty little look on this bad boy. We're going to boot scoot and boogie. We have some more stuff to do, some more Windows screensavers to crash. As always, stay easy, stay breezy. I'll catch you on the flip.
Wait for me!